What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for episode 11 of our Madden 24 Arizona Cardinals franchise mode, where today we're going to be finishing the regular season. And while there are going to be scenarios, well, there's going to be some high-octane gameplay against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jonathan Gannon going against a team that he absolutely cost the Super Bowl for. We have Week 18 divisional game against the Seattle Seahawks. But above all, looking at these standings, where my beautiful face is covering right now, we are 4-11. And today's episode is going to determine whether or not we can complete the tank job and finish with the #1 overall pick. The #1 selection. Vikings are trying their best. They're also on a 4-game lose streak. Raiders are on a 2-game losing streak. We have the Falcons, who have some form of tiebreaker that has them with the #1 pick as it stands. But I want to try to go for it. As long as we are getting this scenario right here playing spoiler. I've been told, been corrected, kind of hyped it up and gassed up a little bit last episode. But I've been told that this scenario yields great XP. Let's get my face out of the way here. This might be a great thumbnail with this goddamn idiot just sitting here with the other biggest idiot of all time, the general manager. But I've been told that if you hit on this, you end up getting like 10,000 XP for like a couple starters. Gigantic boost. So I think in the event of like competitive spirit, trying to win, that's a good enough incentive for me to be like, it might not be the worst if we get to pick at 2 or 3, but we get a gigantic boost for a couple players, couple overall points here or there. Definitely going to be worth it. We're under siege. We're going up against a terrific pass rush in the Philadelphia Eagles. We got Jonathan Gannon up there. What a moron. This will get, still think it's, I don't even think really this is an issue. We're not getting sacked a lot. We're going to go, I guess, extra prep. I feel like this is like the 3rd straight week we've kind of focused on this a little bit. Beat the Eagles, go for 300 yards. We win. We get a morale boost. We get an XP boost. It's just, oh, no worries. The best team in the NFL. No issues. No issues at all. I think we can handle them. I've been catching up in the comments, seeing what people are saying. And it does seem like we're down to 2 candidates. Regardless of where we end up picking, it seems like the top of your guys' board, Kenny Hodges, we've highlighted him a couple times here, looks great. Top 5 talent. 6'3", A-man, A-zone, B-press, B-catching. Like, that is A-man, A-zone. I think this guy, maybe the athletic ratings aren't the best, but this guy looks outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. However, I've seen a lot of momentum going to Marcus House, this tight end out of Louisville. A catching, A deep route running, A run block. We don't know what the catch and traffic's going to be. But the fact that he has, at least as of right now, until we get to see the combine, he's a chance at elite everything. Like, if Marcus House pops elite acceleration, elite agility, great change of direction, elite jumping, elite speed, like, what do we do? Like, I always feel like we need to be in a spot right now where we draft the best player available. And yet, while maybe tight end doesn't have immense value, I could use the shit out of a tight end. We do have a really nice tight end in the room, but he's not a generational tight end. And this guy, and we can identify this guy as a generational talent, it either might be worth bringing him in, and if he's like a Kyle Pitts type. If he has elite acceleration, he might be a guy that we just say, screw it, we're going to have a 6'4", 260 wide receiver. Screw it. Or we might need to trade Trey McBride. I don't know. Or find a playbook that runs a lot of 12 personnel. We can have both tight ends out there. When I say that, Trey McBride's been our best receiver. Now, he's played more games. Rondale Moore likely would be our best, but he's missed probably, 2 games this season due to injury. But Trey McBride's probably going to go over 1,000 yards. Might have a chance at double-digit touchdowns in our 2 remaining games. So it's one of those weird spots where, like, if that tight end ends up being the best player, our best pass catcher was already a young tight end who, on a star dev right now, with his current trajectory, might end up being a superstar dev. So we really gotta make the right decision there. I don't know. Wait and see. I got to see the athletic profile there on that tight, because we don't need the tight end. It'd be nice, and if he's best player available, sure. But I'm gonna need to see elite. I'm gonna need to see a guy that is an S-tier Kyle Pitts type athlete for me to even really consider it, especially if Trey McBride hits on that dev trade at the end of the season and gets up to a superstar. It would just make no sense. Also, in the last episode, Michael Carter has started to establish himself here, maybe as a guy. Like right now, we have Corey Clement coming back for today's episode, so he's going to be clearly running back one. But Michael Carter, in relief duty, has been impressive. Now, the one thing that's annoying is anytime I add anyone to the squad, they just give them the number 11 jersey, which is incredibly disrespectful to Larry Fitzgerald, so we're going to correct that. Like, I think, I don't know what mechanics would have to get added into Madden, but I think there should be an option to just straight up retire numbers. I don't know. That's very low on the list of things that need to get added to Madden, but I think that would be kind of cool. Anyways, is today the episode we tank? I'm not going to try. At least as long as I get that scenario, that playing spoiler, that huge XP boost, I'm not going to try to tank. But if the game gets away from us, it's easier pill to swallow knowing that's like, right, well, we just improve our stock to potentially get the first overall pick. This is going to be a tough-ass game. Philly is going to be very, very difficult. They want us to defend the deep pass. Sure, I've never actually played against the Eagles yet in Madden 24, so I'm expecting to be very frustrated when all is said and done. We're going to throw it short, work on checkdowns, and yeah, we'll go with the current game plan, and hopefully we get a nice XP boost. And here it would mark if we hit on this. Well, I mean, we did, but I mean, technically we could give up a bunch of touchdowns here and somehow lose it. This would be our 10th week of getting a gold in linebacker drill with normal dev Owen Papa, who's also coming off a defensive player of the week performance in our loss last week. I don't know how much more we need to do. And I mean, again, I've seen people hit me up with screenshots. The dev traits do, and we hit it with those earlier, but the dev traits do exist. We're just, you know, being the terrible example of the RNG. And I mean, I don't necessarily want to say terrible because it is kind of not super hard to get gold. And if you got gold and it was easy, like every 2 or 3 golds, it was a dev trade every time, it would be too overpowered. So I do think that there is some silver lining in the grind being this hard. So when it does happen, it's that much more rewarding. But the fact that I just got gold in there, no headphones, my Offspring playlist wasn't going on, that's more than enough to give me the extra boost to get the breakout. Still didn't. Something needs to be said. How does this guy have a face scan? Carlos Watkins has a face scan. Carlos Watkins has a face scan, but not 90% of the rookies? We got another 43 points, and I'll tell you what. Even though our head coach might not be long for this world, we got a great role here on our OC. Definitely want to keep him in the building. And for Kyler Murray, we're going to work on boosting his accuracies. We'll give a nice little one to each. One to medium, short, and long. All right, win, and we get an XP boost. Lose, and the Eagles win, and we get that much closer to the first overall pick. So we're going to queue up our Try to Win music playlist. The Offspring. La, 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 la. Okay, Jalen Hurts. What can Jalen Hurts do? What can Hurts do for you? Watch Keith Taylor here. What is this in this game? Watch this. As soon as I switch to Keith, see how he stopped? He hesitated. What happened there? I just switched to him for a second in pursuit. Like, it's like when I switch on to a guy, it's not like a clear, you know, the old games you switch on to a guy, if you weren't active, they literally would just like freeze up and you had like that little input delay. Don't have that on. Why do my guys always slow down for a second when they're in pursuit? Just keep running. Be fluid. Not the first time I've noticed that. Oh, Papo! Let's go. 4th and 6, bend, don't break. Watch Jalen Hurts on the keeper here. That's also what I'm going to do. I'm just going to spy. Even though I'm supposed to drop back into coverage, my eyes are on one. Oh, fuck. It's not on me. Linebacker's not covered Devontae. Come on, 3-4. That's not my job. Went back against his old team, back from injury. It's been a minute since we saw him. He was on pace for 1,000. I mean, there's a chance too. I think he averaged like 80 a game. So we hit his average. He'll break 1,000 this year. That's a nice accomplishment for him. All right, look at our lineup. Michael Wilson in the slot here. I'm giving an opportunity. The rookie out of Stanford. Made a couple nice grabs last week. No one got open there. Awesome. Great drive. Great start, man. Offense and defense ready to play for that XP boost. But you got to figure, man, in defense of the Eagles, they're probably going to try to run this score. Things did not end well between the Eagles organization, Jonathan Gannon, to say, even from my unbiased take, just a fan of football, there is a reason why the Cardinals need to pay tampering fee of like a draft pick to Philly. Did not go over well. And that's outstanding coverage. I think Xavier Collins took away what Hurts was looking for. Whole new field goal. Michael Carter. 2 broken tackle. I'm like, yeah, he's getting the contract. Michael Carter, Corey Clement, I think got to be for sure our backfield next year. All right, trying to get just even a completion might give us a little boost here. Double outs. Michael Carter out the back. Now, Michael Carter is like known as a receiving back, even in college. He was because he was, he was thunder and lightning, him and Javonte Williams in North Carolina, but like obviously he wasn't super fast or anything like that, but he was kind of like the receiver guy, and I don't know, maybe he's bummed out we got rid of number 11 for him, because I thought that was a catchable ball there. No. Oh, the blitz! Yes! Keith gets there. Ojulari gets sacked, which is probably... I think that gives them double digits. I don't know what that celebration is, but I think is the 10th sack of the rookie season here for Ojulari, which is huge. And another field goal, man. Defense playing with a little bit of pride here. Oh, let's go! All right, someone needs to get open, though. Someone. I know you're going up against Slay. Fletcher Cox needs to rock a dump now. I know you're going up against Slay. I know you're going up against Bradbury. Go double. Someone got to be open here. So I'm locked in right now. If someone gets open, I'm going to hit him. And it feels like it's going to be an absolute war of attrition to go for 100 yards offensively here today. I'm looking at a quick McBride throw here, maybe. Even that, no. And, like, they're just... Probably not going to see a whole lot of... I'm probably cutting most of this. This offense is shit right now. Who wants to watch this? What are you doing, Greedy Williams? Like that, whatever animation that was made him do is spin out of bounds for some reason. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, I think I tried to hit Y to like try to pick it, and the guy's just like, no. You're actually gonna hit like a spin move for some reason. Fuck off. Fuck off with that. There's no way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we get a first down? Probably not. But we're going to try our best. Oh, nice. Derek Bride injured. Cool. That might cost... I mean, that's something bad. He's not hitting 1,000. He finishes with like 980 yards. All right, so we can't scramble the pocket. Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick, Kyler can't run. High ankle sprain. So he's likely done for the year. All right, let's see if we can hit a first down here. Still work in progress. I'm going to go Hollywood Brown slant real quick. Does have an advantage over James Bradbury for speed. Still doesn't matter at all, man. Doesn't matter at all. Like, I'm almost like, do we go for it now? This is so bad. Like, for me, I'm almost done my energy drink for the morning. Getting ready to fall asleep. I got to get something here to get the blood going. Oh, yeah! That's what I needed! Come on, Rondale. Fucking catch the ball. Now, the issue is that our tight end's Jeff Swain. Is that the guy that's going to be getting open here? And there's just like every throw is smashed by the defensive end of some sort, be it Josh Sweater, Son Reddick. I did not think week 17, our 16th game of the season, was going to be our worst performance. Here we are. This is easily our worst start so far because there's been nothing. Outside of that fourth down throw, we've done zero redeeming qualities offensively. Our defense has been commendable, I think. It's very fair to say that they've done more than their fair part. Now, hey, that could be something. Lane Johnson out. Maybe we can use our Ojulari on the right-hand side against the backup. I assume that'd be probably Tyler Steen coming in, maybe Jack Driscoll. All our stands don't matter until we can, like, get anything going with the offense here. We got Y. Rondale. Our last chance right now at a 1,000-yard receiver. Oh, I like it. He's liking the slants. There we go. Rondale. There you go, Rondale against Reed Blankenship. Good matchup for us. Pulse for the Cardinals. We're a little worried that Corey Clement's not the same guy coming back from that injury, man. I feel like he just doesn't have the same zip. Psych. Psych! Oh, come on. Slay doesn't like playing run defense. We'll run that way. All right, they got Nolan Smith in. Kobe Dean, get the Georgia Bulldogs. Take it for a ride, baby. Up to us, not in. 4 down territory. Man, Michael Carter standing up. All right, we'll get the count here. Everyone going all in on the right-hand side. Hopefully they actually can get there. This is like one of those plays, like it just blows up the backfield. All right, saw that one coming. A little too optimistic that our line would hold together for that to develop. Man, I feel like we got to go for this. Field goal makes it 1 score, but like, we need touchdowns. Oh, what is that? Offside? Usually that is an offside when it comes that quickly. Rondale, second. DJ Humphries hold. Yeah, it's changed. Now it's third. Yeah, okay. Now we get to kick it. They're just 10 yards at a time here. I guess my defense switched off. They're like, oh, it's a 1-score game. We really want to bring a new corner in, that first overall pick corner. And we're going to help you do so on this drive. That's what it felt like. 3rd and 10 on the 35. Goddamn squiggly lines, man. Too damn early. It's too damn early, man, with the squiggly lines. Too damn early. Oh. Popple lays the lumber. Hurts is down. There's no way Mariota's carving us up like this. This is not actually happening. Give me the... I don't want to say give me the pick. Come on. I did that. I did everything right there, man. And it's Mariota throwing the ball. Even more of a roll that's an interception, not a completion. Fuck. It's one of them games, man. One of them games. I'll say this. Every time we've played against Ezekiel Elliott, I'm like, there's no way he's this good. Getting a little bit of vibes from that DeAndre Swift. There's a reason why the Lions got rid of DeAndre Swift, and he's unstoppable here today. Look, yeah, look, all right, make us tackle the air. He's breaking every tackle. He's made every catch. No drops. I would have to admit, as much as I like to pile on cowboy cheese, DeAndre Swift, probably too good. That was a go. That was supposed to be a go. Okay, Swaim. Corey Clement. No celebrating. No celebrating. Gets his whole team. Eagles legend. Super Bowl legend. So, I mean, just one of them games. One of the, you knock Jalen Hurts out. Mariota just completes every pass. Have a touchdown called back from a holding penalty, fumble, turnovers. Against a team like Eatonville, you got to play a perfect game. And wasn't the case here. Happy to have Corey Clement back. Got him on the scoreboard there with a touchdown. Michael Carter continues to impress. Rondale Miller gets a touchdown. Hollywood Brown, just a brutal drop there too, man. He had another, that was probably, 30, 40-yard pass downfield. If he catches that and runs, who knows where we end up there. Defensively, Zaven Collins. I mean, we got a lot of tackles. Keith, double digits for the tackles. Got some TFLs. Ojulari got a sack, which is nice, which gave him double digits on the season to strengthen his case in the Defensive Rookie of the Year chase. But, would have been fun to win that one. And with his 10th sack of the season, Ojulari gets an upgrade here. We're going to keep pumping it in to Speed Rush. I don't know why there's a morale hit. He's playing great, to be honest with you. I got week 18. I don't know what happened here. We got 2 upgrade points for Papo. Not sure where they're coming from, but we'll take it. We'll pump them both right there into the scheme fit. Like maybe progression history. Oh, he made the Pro Bowl. Cool. Is he the only guy, though? That's the word. I think we got I think Marco Wilson. Let's see here. You're not going to show me the Pro Bowl roster. Okay, how about this? Let's look at our stats and say, I think Marco Wilson, I think Ojulari has a shot. I think does Kyler with all his rushing yards. Kyler did not make the Pro Bowl. Rondale, maybe. McBride, maybe. Pro Bowl appearance. Rondale Moore did not make the Pro Bowl. Trey McBride, not a long-term injury. Has a chance to come back this week and go over 1,000. Did not make the Pro Bowl. You're telling me there's 3 tight ends that are better than that? Don't know about that one. Jalen Thompson. Got to be up there for total tackles. Maybe a chance here. No Pro Bowl. What? Only have one guy. Marco Wilson, 5 picks. Got to be getting him in the Pro Bowl. Disrespectful. But just to double check everything here, what milestones we could potentially. I think it's good that we're going to finish more touchdowns and picks with Kyler Murray. Unlikely unless we get 139 yards for Corey Clement to go 1,000. But one more touchdown will give him double digits for 10 rushing touchdowns on the year. It's pretty cool. Would love to get 6 yards for Rondale Moore. Pretty much one catch for Rondale Moore, he'll go over 1,000. Legit shot for McBride as well. Defensively. We're probably not going to hit any crazy milestones there. Maybe with how Papo was playing, 4 TFLs to get 20 on the year could be attainable. But yeah, all right. Well, I guess let's look at the standings update. We lost. How did everyone else around us fare in Week 17? What is the battle for the first overall pick looking like? And it looks like it is going to be between us and the Raiders. Okay. All right, 11 weeks. Owen Papo has got a gold medal in this drill. This is our last practice of the year. Can he? Oof, there we go. I don't even know who 32 is. Maybe Marlon Mack. He's the one guy I think these drills who cares? Let him go get smashed by the linebackers for a drill. But if there was going to be a time, also to celebrate Pro Bowl, make it the Pro Bowl. If there's ever going to be a time, I'm not asking for an X factor. It's not like I'm trying to go up 4 or 5 dev traits. We're trying to get off normal. I think given his performance this year, because I know if we get a dev trait here, if we can get a star dev in weekly training, there's a shot that he's going to get a dev trait from his stats. There's a shot he might get a dev trait for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's absolutely in that conversation. So, this is how we get that double dev trait. This is how we get Owen Papo up to a superstar into moves. But first, we need to make that jump from normal to star. Can we do it on the last practice of the year? Oh, come on. Spring here live, man. Oh, I messed up just hitting the record button. We're going to see if we can get a gold for Garrett Williams. Last DB drill of the year. I'm going to keep Paris Johnson in the other spot. Just, you know, I feel bad for him at right tackle. Give him that extra free boost. But this is a good matchup. Usually we go up against Rondale Moore in these drills, and I just don't have the speed to keep up with him. But we got Zach Pascal for some reason. Give me that. Give me that. If he I will be very frustrated though if we get one goal with Garrett Williams here, and they end up giving him a dev trade or something stupid like that. Something stupid. I'd take a superstar dev corner every day of the week. Garrett Williams has been incredible for us, but it's just, it is what it is. No dev. Like, we don't get them anymore. Jonathan Gaines, such a terrible coach, can't get those roles. I did also notice people say that like, my fatigue in practice and all that stuff, but like it's automatically, I just double check. We're on half pass. It's not like we're on full intensity and we're getting, you know, I saw people say Kyler's slowing down and all that stuff because he's getting fatigued. Trust me, it's not my first rodeo, right? You know, I always might make the argument that we should not be on half pads and we should be going all the time just maximizing your XP because we're trying to tank this year. But practice is done. We're against the top dog in the NFC West, the 12-4 Seahawks with the number 3 offense in the NFL. Defense is nothing crazy. We should be able to score some points. Trying to get 1,000 yards for Rondale Moore. Trying to get 1,000 yards, Trey McBride. Trying to get 10 rushing touchdowns, Corey Clement. And I guess at this point, hopefully we lose and the Raiders win. Go, Jlar. Heat up, baby. Got him at midfield. No pass rush. DK Metcalf. Wide open. I don't know. I think that second foot there stepped out. Dwayne Eskridge. Can I challenge that? Nope. All right. Guess it's clean. That's M. Williams. Milton Williams? That was an insane pass rush. Okay. All right, here's going to be the one. Just if Rondale Moore gets a little, just in that space. That'll be his 1,000. Boom, got it. And Rondale Moore has got over 1,000 yards on the season. And also commits to the tank. Appreciate it. Come on, Zaven. Come on, Zaven. Do your job. Oh, Rondale Moore. Great grab. Let's go. That might be 1,000. He's close to it. Nothing there. 4 down territory, I said. Maybe we'll get a better play design here. Ooh, slot sale sounds cool. That sounds exotic. Why is Zach Pascal out there? Okay, we got McBride. I'm going to audible him here. I'm going to gamble that Bobby Wagner's going to blitz. It's like he's not blitzing. But Rondale Moore wide open. Let's go. 4th down. Ice in the veins. Pissed off he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Hey, Keith. Let's go, Keith. Look, Keith hits with some swag on him. How is it like every time we get a sack, it's just more yards? Sack just means more yards for them to get on 3rd down. Again, that worked. He was under pressure. Just, yes, no offense, a juggernaut back there. 34. 34 lost. Didn't know the... 34 didn't even know he was playing today. He's like, what? They're throwing it? Faded. Absolutely faded, Jalen Thompson. Oh! Ah! Beautiful. Take that. I don't know. I don't know what the all-time lead is for quarterback rushing yards in a season. Maybe we need that to get that record. What a run. And again, just to break the fourth wall here, why doesn't Anthony Richardson feel even remotely this fast? It's not even close. In our pink slip series. Oh, Keith. Right above your head, buddy. This team sucks. So many cuts. We're going to have so many cuts this offseason. So many. It's going to be a bloodbath. What? Hit right bumper. Why wouldn't it? It was locked. I almost feel like that's why screen passes don't work at all, Matt. They know it. Like, if you play all Madden enough, you know as soon as you blitz, like anytime I would audible to a blitz, Smith like audibles as well. And I feel like the exact same thing, whatever triggers, the equivalent of what that is what happens when you call a screen pass and the other team's just like, okay, it's going to be a screen. I'll take that, man. At the end of the day, Hollywood Brown Tutty. Everyone padding their stats. We're all happy. Hope you started your Cardinals in fantasy this week. Oh, please, blitz. I'll just throw this to McBride. Boom. Jukes the shit out of Jamal Adams. Oh, that answers it for us. It is up. And Matt Prater. I mean, that's a guy we probably should have checked to see made the Pro Bowl as well. He's easily the best kicker. He probably made it. Come on, Greedy Williams. I mean, again, Greedy Williams, he's not going to be here next year. He's easy. For one of the first names getting cut. So, appreciate the tank job, fellas. Appreciate it again. Got to reiterate my appreciation. Just when I think we're looking good, the defense is like, hey, we want that first pick, okay? Papa with the blitz. Let's go. Defense. Hold on, McBride. Hey, let's go. Almost 300 yards through the air for Kyler. He's having a good game. Slant for Rondale. Could be on. Scramble for Kyler. Also on as he goes over 100 yards. Looking like a 400-plus yard scrimmage performance. At this moment, let's see if we can get Corey Clement his 10th rushing touchdown of the season and make this a one-score game. And we do! One-score game going into the fourth. We got a shot at playing ourselves out of the #1 overall pick. Go for two? Sure. Dropped. So Hollywood Brown does best, feels like. Appreciate the tank, fellas. Appreciate it. Ooh. Ooh. Kyler's nuclear today. We found McBride, touchdown. Not, you know what? You know what you can't say? For everyone that's watched every episode. Even though we've lost, we've never rolled over anybody. We've there's never been a real bad blowout outside of maybe that Steelers. Even in the Steelers loss that we had, we still kept pace for a little bit. Michael Carter at the back. I mean, hey, one-score game. Look, we got momentum. Fuck, what was that? What the fuck was that? Just threw it behind him for some reason. Had him. He had a step. Throw it in front of him. That Witherspoon is nice. Just the first bad throw Kyler's had all day. Well, I mean, hey, Kyler, I mean, 2 picks is what it is. Kyler went off in the final game, just saying, like, you know, I think he's done enough to clearly be like, that's our guy. Geno Smith, yeah, whatever. The last touchdown, we let him have it. But Kyler, 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, plus 121 on the ground, and another one. So 4 touchdowns, 500 yards. Kyler Murray, like he's back in the Big 12 again. Corey Clement, 58 rushing yards, got his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. Trey McBride went off. Rondale Moore went off. Hollywood Brown had to kind of... How does he get credit with 0? We got 2 drops on each one of these guys, which is bad enough. I feel like I could remember clearly 2 bad drops for Hollywood Brown here today. Jalen Thompson went for 15 tackles. We got 2 sacks, 2 TFLs for Owen Papa, who could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Keith Taylor with a TFL and a sack. He was aggressive today. Zaven Collins got a sack as well. Did we get the first overall pick? Let's go find out. For that final game, happy to say that we did get some upgrades for starters. Corey Clement, still possessed. Love seeing that the ghost is still there haunting him. Awesome. Ghost Keith T. Trey McBride, big game. Now, I mean, still don't know what we're doing in the draft, especially when we find out more information about that tight end. But Trey McBride, I think, has done enough to warrant the idea that he should be locked in as our tight end. Rondale Moore, definitely outside of Kyler Murray, the best player on the offensive side of the ball for us this year. All right, so we got to look towards, I think really the Raiders are the only team, because now that we lost. Yeah, so we got to watch the Raiders. We lost 6 in a row. Great job, fellas, on the tank. Shout out to the Vikings, Lions, and Falcons for deciding to start winning some games and having some self-respect. But all eyes are on the Raiders. I don't know who they're playing this week. But, get the webcam back here. Man, we still finished top 5 offense, man. Worst defense across the board. Please lose. Please say they won. Let's go. They finished with they did worse than the Texans. They won, and now the Vikings leapfrog them. So the Raiders win and go up to 30. The Vikings lose, fall down to 31, and the Arizona Cardinals have secured the first overall pick in the upcoming draft. We also have pick. Fuck, the Texans are good? That's annoying, honestly. But, all the way up here, we're number 1 in something. I don't plan on making any moves, any other decisions to wrap up this video. I will say, hey, if you got any suggestions on who we could succeed, Jonathan, again, I know there's some hot names right now. You got Primetime down in college football. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Primetime would want to leave college football. I think Primetime, Deion Sanders at Colorado, he'd probably make maybe a move to like Florida State or something. I think like Coach Prime is a guy that, like, I think that's where he's going to succeed. The recruiting aspect. He's always going to be gigantic. I don't know if the Coach Prime shtick would work in the pros. But, I mean, there's obviously some other names there. Maybe current head coach of USC. I don't know. But if you guys have any suggestions on what we potentially could do, I don't want Ginn. I knew all along I don't want Ginn. He's one and done. Absolutely. But I'm going to be 100%. I write now notes everything for this series. Nothing for head coach. I'm not saying nothing, but I have nothing planned. So it's wide open. But I think to wrap this one up, we'll just sim to pass the Super Bowl so that we can see award winners, dev trade increases, and all that stuff. So I can set up the next episode being probably going to break the offseason up into, I don't know if I'll probably just do it in one episode. I might do it in 2 parts. I don't know. I'll think about it. Starting with the playoff bracket, 1 seeds. We have Seattle and Cincinnati. On the other side, we got Mahomes going against Aaron Rodgers, Tua against CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence against Kenny Pickett and the Steelers, who absolutely thumped us this year. Philly's the 2 seed against the Panthers. We have the Bears and Giants, Bucks and Niners. And in the first round, the Kansas City Chiefs move on. Not surprising. The Texans absolutely thump the Miami Dolphins 42-14, and the Steelers win a close one against the Jags. In our bracket, the Eagles lose to the Panthers. Bears beat the Giants, and the Niners, the San Francisco 49ers, fall to the... Who's the Bucs quarterback right now? It's Baker. Okay. Baker's slinging it. In the divisional rounds, the Bengals, the best 2 teams in the AFC. Cincinnati smoked the Texans 42-10. Kansas City beating the Steelers, setting up that matchup. Very surprising for the wide open NFC. Most people just assumed it'd be Eagles-Niners. But the Seattle Seahawks have emerged, and the Bears are the Cinderella team, even though they were the 3 seed, I suppose. I mean, knowing where all these teams' rosters are, I don't think it's super unrealistic to think about the Seahawks in a weak NFC. Yeah, they could, man. If Geno gets hot, they have improved defense, really good offense. But the Bears clearly Cinderella here. And the Cinderella run, I'm almost... You know what? I mean, I get maybe the optics. Like, the Bears won the Super Bowl in our year 1. Like, that seems... It'd be a lot more like Bengals, Kansas City wins. You're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm kind of pulling for the Bears here a little bit. They're handling business. I mean, what happened? Like, who's playing well here? They're just running it. Like, no one can stop the dual threat of Fields. Yeah, 3 rushing touchdowns for Justin Fields. Defensively, got 2 picks in this game from Eddie Jackson. And on the other side, in a matchup of probably the 2 strongest teams remaining, the Chiefs knock them off 37-31 in double overtime. Neither quarterback played particularly well. Pop Pacheco, a great game. Jamar Chase, 11 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce had 2 tutties. Defensively, something known as a Truman Jones. Who the hell is that? But, yeah, I don't know. That's just classic. Looked like Kansas City played the better game across the board, but Kansas City wins. LOL, Kansas City wins. But we are now here at the Pro Bowl week. We know Owen Papo made it. Wonder who else might have represented. Jalen Hurts, quarterback. Joe Burrow there. More so want to focus on the good guys here. You're telling me KJ Osborne had a better season than Rondale Moore? I disagree with that. That's your offensive lineman. We might only had 2. Owen Papo, yeah, middle linebacker 1, Owen Papo. And I'm going to assume Matt Prater made it for kicker. Dude, and somehow Zach Pascal makes the freaking Pro Bowl. How did Matt Prater lose to Cairo Santos? Because looking at our final stats, I'll look at the stats of the league. Kyler Murray, 3,400 yards, 25 touchdowns, 15 picks. Maybe a little high on the interception front, but for the most part, we did have those tuned down a little bit. Speaking of Tune, remember, he was a player for us for a little bit. Kyler went for 1,300 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. Corey Clement, just under 1,000, did get 10 touchdowns here. Most rushing yards QB in season, I think it was Justin Fields. Lamar Jackson holds the single season record with 1,206. We beat it! Kyler Murray, officially the most rushing yards a quarterback has ever had by 170. So good on him. He hit I think we just probably hit that in the Week 18 matchup there. So that's cool. Rondale goes for 54, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns for the tight end Trey McBride. I actually didn't realize we were that close with Hollywood Brown. I mean, and it's on him, man. He had a couple drops. He had a couple less drops this season. He's over 1,000, 8 touchdowns. Blocking, I don't even want to see. See, I know it's going to be bad on Paris Johnson, but like that's the side we always bail out with Kyler Murray. So like the sacks are always going to be inflated on the right tackle there. Defensively, Jalen Thompson, our leading tackler with 137 tackles, stepped up after we traded Budda Baker, 4 TFLs and a pick. Oh, and Papo, absurd. 128 tackles, 18 TFLs, 6.5 sacks, 2 picks for a man who very well could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. 120 tackles, 9 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, 2 picks for Zaven Collins. The rookie Garrett Williams, 84 tackles, 4 TFLs, 3 sacks, 1 pick. Marco Wilson, 5 interceptions, 3 of them pick sixes for touchdowns. And I wish they were giving him a little bit more respect. Felt like they were kind of slighting him a little bit. We had 17 TFLs, 11 sacks for BJ Ozolari, 15 TFLs, 7 sacks for Kinlaw. Really happy with like a lot of these numbers here across the board. And somehow Matt Prater, 25 of 27. He went 92% on his field goals, along of 55. Didn't miss an extra point. What did Cairo Santos do? He went 12 of... Wait. Who's Cairo Santos on? I was going to say, I thought he was on Chicago. Where is he? Along at 29! In utter robbery. Matt Prater is not in the Pro Bowl. I didn't think I'd be getting livid over a kicker. Holy shit, that's bad. Leading passer, Mahomes, 5 yards shy of 5,000. Went 49 touchdowns, 6 picks. 46 touchdowns, 4 picks, Joe Burrow. 40 bomb for Aaron Rodgers. 40 bomb from Geno Smith. Dak didn't eat. I'll take that, though. Honestly, the role that Dak Prescott is not going for 40-some touchdowns is kind of cool. Who was the shittiest player? Jordan Love, 18 touchdowns, 20 picks, 29 touchdowns, 19 picks for Desmond Ridder. Like, I bet you thought I was going to lead the league in interceptions this year. Most of you. Daniel Jones went 17-17. Mac Jones threw more picks than us. Baker Mayfield, 10 touchdowns to 15. And he won a playoff game. And then Kyler tied with Anthony Richardson and Matt Stafford for picks. So, I mean, honestly, I think Kyler did a pretty good job running the ball. Derrick Henry, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 16 and 15 for Aaron Jones, 15 and 19 for Austin Eckler. Saquon, there's all your 1,000-yard rushers. Kyler Murray right up there, makes the top 10 in the NFL. Bijan, nice season. Zeke, unstoppable. Justin Fields also broke 1,000 for the quarterback spot. Those are your touchdown leaders. On the receiving standpoint, we have a couple guys going over 100 catches. Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs. Jamar Chase led the league, 1,400 yards, just edging out Cooper Kupp there. Here are all your 1,000-yard receivers this season. Devin Duvernay crushed it in Kansas City. 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. Role player, not anymore. Rondo Moore up there. Trey McBride up there. How many tight ends? Only 2? Kelce went over 1,000. Trey McBride went over 1,000. Evan Ingram went over 1,000. Feel pretty good for that dev trait, man. I think when we back out of this and go look at our roster, we could be seeing a dev trait there for McBride. He might be a superstar when all is said and done. Here are your double-digit touchdown getters. Here are your players that pitched a shutout. Now, this is kind of like sacks. You know, sacks doesn't always show if you didn't have a certain threshold. I do think that is the case with 0 sacks allowed. But Brandon Schrift, no sacks. Braden Daniels as a starter, no sacks. Rookie out of Utah. Jason Kelce and Cody Whitehair. On the defense, here we go. Leading tackler goes to Fred Warner, $143. Third leading tackle in the NFL is Jalen Thompson. Just outside the top 5 at number 6 is Owen Papo. On the sacks front, 18 sacks, 20 TFLs. Micah Parsons went off. 17.5 for Vaughn, 16 Bosa, 16 Shaq Barrett. Here are all your double-digit sack getters. No love for B.J. Ojulari, who just doesn't make that because he didn't have enough total tackles. Same on the interceptions. 5 picks for Marco Wilson. Would have him tied for second. Didn't make the list here. TJ Edwards with 7. Devin Witherspoon with 7. We gave him actually that 7th one last episode. And we already know. Best kicker in the NFL. Not good enough to make the Pro Bowl, I guess. Award winners. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow. Runner-up. Kyler Murray making the short list. For Coach of the Year, we got Zach Taylor. Just making sure they didn't somehow mistakenly put Jonathan Gannon's name on that list. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jalen Hurts. Kyler Murray coming in at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Nick Bosa. Owen Papo at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jackson Smith and Jay, but we didn't have any expectations of any player getting that. Obviously, our best pick was our tackle. But JSN beating out Bijan. Maybe that's surprising. Defensive Rookie of the Year, please. You gotta wonder, too, man. Was it... You got that 7th pick against us. If we didn't throw that pick, maybe Papo gets that award. Runner-up. And I can't say. It's unfair. Witherspoon lead the league in picks as a rookie. Even though Papo was ridiculously good, there's an argument there. B.J. Ojulari at number 3. Garrett Wilson at number 6. And by Wilson, I mean Garrett Williams. Probably not the last time I'll botch that. Quarterback of the Year goes to Jalen Hurts with Kyler Murray making the top 5. Running back goes to Aaron Jones. Wide receiver goes to Devontae Smith. Rondale Moore making the top 5. O-lineman of the Year goes to Kelce. We're not going to have... Oh, we do get a couple. Froholt and Jake Witt somehow making that list. Cool. Best D-lineman goes to Nick Bosa. Best linebacker goes to Shaq Barrett with Ojulari at 3. Papo at 4. Best defensive back goes to Devin Witherspoon. We have Marco Wilson making the top 5. And at least Matt Prater wins Kicker of the Year, even though he didn't make the Pro Bowl. But like, oh man, there's just like, that's got to be a glitch. Or fan voting, I guess. Like all of Brazil voted for Cairo Santos. I want to watch the Super Bowl here. Just like even just sim in and play the moments. I don't think it's gonna mess. We're gonna get it from the Bears' perspective. Just cuss, right? Let's see it. Bears, Chiefs. Can Bears come up with one of the biggest upsets of all time? David versus Goliath, Allegiant Stadium. Mahomes, Fields has arrived. DJ Moore, feeling good. Actually, we're not gonna. I don't want to actually play, but here's what we're gonna do. I want to go like just moment by moment, not just. There we go. Jump to the next play. Let's see what we got here. First and goal. The Kansas City Chiefs sacked Patrick Mahomes. Not enough though. Comes right back, keeps it himself, punches it in. Bears trying to respond here. And on 2nd and 4, 10-yard penalty against Braxton Jones. Moment is too big. Pissing down their leg. They got to punt. You cannot punt it. You cannot punt it against the Chiefs. 90-yard bomb. Mahomes to Kelsey. And I don't think Andy Reid got the memo that we're supposed to be doing any favors for Cinderella teams. Nick Bolton grabs an interception. He's just a big-time player in the Super Bowl. And somehow that's fake news. Kid so he doesn't catch anything. Couldn't catch a cold. But does get a 16-yard touchdown there, and I'm thinking, we got to back up. This is looking rough. This is looking very rough. But you know what? Would have been weird. Would have been weird at the end of the day, even if it would have been like we're kind of pulling for the Bears here, and they're getting some garbage time points. Would have been weird to see the Bears win the Super Bowl. Kansas City win the Super Bowl kind of is status quo, if you will. Garbage time is what it is. But there is, what is that, their fourth Super Bowl, third Super Bowl of the Patrick Mahomes era. And I'm going to echo the tweet that I made last night during the Lions and Chiefs Thursday night opener. Is it going to be cool to start hating the Chiefs like we did the Patriots, like during the Tom Brady era? Like the Chiefs, all they do is win. And I get it. The Patriots always had the cheating thing, and, Brady and Belichick aren't likable, and Mahomes is excited, all that different stuff, sure. But, at its core, we hate the Patriots because they just won all the time. And I feel like that sort of hatred and resentment, how much longer, how much more leeway are we going to give the Kansas City Chiefs in that regard? I'm getting sick and tired seeing Walrus Man there, Big Red Andy Reid, and this motherfucker winning the Super Bowl all the time. But the Super Bowl is complete. Let's try to end this video on a good note. Let's look at our roster. See some dev traits. Hopefully some good dev traits. Hopefully no one lost a dev trait. On the offensive side of the ball, we have Rondale Moore. We'll start with him. He was normal. I remember last year, Madden 23, he was a star dev. But he was normal dev, and he's gone up to star, which is deserved. Definitely had the type of production, but I don't want to say it's worst case scenario. But for everybody that is eyeing that tight end in the draft house, Trey McBride just went up superstar dev. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm going to say at this point, unless that house guy, McBride could, I don't think the solution is going to be going 12-man. I think it's going to be can House, for example, move to wide receiver? We just don't need it. We don't need two tight ends. Even if House is an X factor, we need a superstar and an X factor tight end. We need other stuff, too. Okay? No one else went down dev trait, which is nice. On the defensive side, okay. We get a star dev. First for Javon Kinlaw. Cool. Hell yeah. The Niners pretty much gave him away to us. He stood up and made some plays for us. Marco Wilson makes a jump up here with 5 interceptions, 3 pick sixes from normal to a star dev. Expected. We have Jalen Thompson. Top 3 in the league in tackles. Tackles aren't really a positive indicator of a good player or good season, per se. But top 3 in tackles, if he didn't get a dev trait, you could very much make the argument, he's top 5 in tackles in the league. Should he go up dev? So him being a superstar is nice because he has to replace and kind of has been the replacement for Budda Baker, who was a superstar dev. So we end the season with we started the season with a superstar dev safety. We end the season with a superstar dev safety. How, man? How is he still normal? How? Normal! I can't even enjoy and celebrate the fact that we got an X Factor now pass rusher. BJ Ojolari, don't know how he got it, to be honest with you, but I wish it said something here. Didn't make the Pro Bowl or anything. And I think maybe in a perfect world, and we'll put on Fearmonger. It's probably better than Selfless. Perfect world, maybe you'd knock off the X Factor there on Ojolari and keep it at superstar, and then give a dev trait, and, you know, take the dev away and give it to Owen Papo. But our defense is so bad. Like, we need this X factor. We're going to maximize it as good as we can. Making him a team captain as well. But my God, I should be over the moon that I got an X factor, and I can't believe Owen Papo did not get a dev trade. On top of getting gold in all those drills. On top of being defensive player of the week like twice. No devs. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to make this promise. Year 2, season 2 of the Cardinals. Every week, even if I had to retry again, I'm going to get a gold medal in that linebacker drill, him, every week. We get it 11 weeks. Gold medal, no dev. Defensive Rookie of the Year, runner-up, tackle machine, no dev, as a normal. X Factor Ojulari. That's a good way to cap it off, though. That's huge. There's no denying. That is absolutely huge. But, man, they're playing with our heartstrings here a little bit. So that is how today is going to wrap up, fellas. Finish the regular season. Got some dev traits. Got the number one. We're on the clock. Even though we got to go through free agency stuff. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. First overall pick. Next episode will be the draft off-season. I think I'm just going to do the whole, those videos tend to do better when you just make it one video. Where do we go? I don't know how we could pull the trigger on that tight end. Doesn't make, only way right now that I even entertain it is if these are almost all elite. Like, if he looks like he runs like a 4-4-1, and it's like, shit, we might just be able to move in wide receiver or something like that. Because right now, I don't need 2 tight ends. So, eyes are on Kenny Hodges right now. He's probably the top candidate. Not going to look at quarterback. I mean, I'll show you my favorites right now. Got all our homework done on our quarterback. I'm not going to say not get a quarterback, but we do have a backup in Clayton Tune. But, Eric Holcomb, maybe. He has elite throw power potentially, which could be something there. But ultimately, I don't think we're going to be looking at quarterbacks too much. Do got Roosevelt Bonds here at running back. We'll look at the scouting. A carrying. Maybe. Again, that's getting down there a little bit. In terms of needs, because I think we can go Corey Clement, Michael Carter. We do have Marcus House, could be the best player in the draft, but at a position that we do not need. We got a couple tackles here. That'll be interesting. Shout out Kevin Bacon. Like, literally the other day, I got super blitzed. Right before I went to bed, I was like, I'm going to look through every single player, and I'm going to tab up and throw some hearts out here. Kevin Bacon could be nice. Only reason why I tabbed him up, actually, is I literally was just like, if you have good, great in acceleration, speed, or strength, I'm gonna put a heart on you, just so that the list is shorter. Like, now that once the combine's done, I can go through all these hearts and then start to drop the ones that actually aren't that good. Got some centers there. I don't know how much TLC we need to really show on the offensive line. Going to the defense, we got Matt Randall, potential defensive end upgrade. Zach Gross, Will McCrary. Again, if you see pretty much anybody that I don't have fully scouted now, it's just the athletic profile might be pretty good. Like we got here's an example. TJ Simpson. Doesn't look like he's anything, but then you look at the combine, has good, great strength, solid, good speed, solid, good acceleration. So he looks like he's going to be a solid athlete. Just kind of putting us in the right direction there. A couple big nose tackles, though. Warmack Jones, they're going to be definitely top targets for us in day 2 of the draft. Mari Alexander could be someone that we consider at that Houston Texans pick, as he is a first rounder. A little undersized, but could be a 3-4 defensive end for us. Linebacking room, the combo of again, don't really think we need off-ball linebackers. We have too much depth as it is with Kaiser White not playing on top of Papo and Zaven Collins. But, a couple nice linebackers here. The one that I really like the look of is Trent Lindsey out of Arizona State. I think this might be the guy we have to pull the trigger on. A pursuit, A zone coverage, second, third round pick. And he has a chance at great elite speed, great elite acceleration. That's a guy that might be if he falls to the third round, could be like a 77 or something just crazy like that. Even if it's not a need. Kenny Hodges at corner, probably going to be our pick, if I'm being honest. Unless something comes in from the combine that either scares us off him, because he is not a ridiculous athlete, I guess, if that's working against him. I'm not seeing necessarily a generational prospect off of those ratings. But Kenny Hodges looks like a pretty safe bet. And, we had Greedy Williams starting on the outside this year. Kenny Hodges would instantly be corner 1 And good follow in the shoes. Potentially have a Pat Pete. Safety room, we got Keith Taylor there, but there are some nice safeties available. We definitely need to see the combine, though. Like the letter grades, dots in there, A power, 8B tackling, a chance at, better man, better zone. Say for Dante Baker, A double B right there. But the athletes tend to rise to the top at the safety spot. So we're going to have to really kind of break down who does what at the combine. So I don't know, from what, there's not probably too much you guys can give me in terms of direction for the upcoming draft, but those are the prospects right now. We're going to get probably a little bit, I'll show you guys some scouting footage of the players that we end up drafting, and maybe give you a reason why we drafted them, but big draft coming up, man. We are on the clock, and I will see you back here for the next, what day is today? I don't know when we will see you, though. Monday? Today's Friday. Tomorrow will be pink slips. Maybe it'll be Sunday. Maybe I won't do a rebuild this weekend. Maybe we'll just do the offseason. I don't know yet. Don't hold me. It'll be Sunday or Monday. We'll have the offseason here. Make sure you stay tuned for it. Thank you guys very much for watching. As always, first time stopping by, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Smash the like button to give me some luck for an Owen freaking Popo dev trade increase to happen at some point. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I love you guys. Have a good one.